Germany women versus Denmark women. This is live on Velvet Online. Please stick and stay. Live commentary is about to start. Yes.
Do something and do something very special this tournament. Learn to grow. There is the Denmark from the sit down on those, and it just falls a little bit short at Carter Vamsa. What? Taking a palm, the back of a palm to the face, was just flying in. So we'll have our first stoppage in play. Juventus player receives treatment. Adaptable, she can sit back in midfield on the ball forward. She'll be deployed across the forward line as well as she has been with Denmark. Scored 3 goals in 6 appearances in qualifying. And always so well supported, Denmark. Despite never claiming a major tournament title, they do have a really good record at the Euros, reaching the final once, reaching the semi-finals a further 3 times, finished 3rd twice. But luck just drying up in 2022, sitting at the group stage. They need a big win against Germany today to ensure that that's not the case in 2025. Touch from Julebrand. Leon. This summer after leaving Wolfsburg. Started with 6 games at the Olympic Games. Really struggled to get outside of their own half. Denmark. An opportunity to try and build something. Have spoken about patience in the build-up to this game. Spangsgaard. It's the first corner of the game. Still struggling with the bandaging. She went out for a throw-in even. So try and build from Denmark into the area. The space is there. Finding himself almost on the ball. Space just on the edge of the area. The first corner of the game. Space to run into. Julebrand throwing himself right into the mix to ensure that Denmark couldn't build. We do have the first corner. Just in front of the goalkeeper, Katlenberger. Sent in nicely, almost fumbled by the keeper. Someone's been in excellent form. Set off this attack. Can't get there. Goes down. Sister Karen. It's recently that leaving Everton to join Real Madrid. Such a physical presence in the midfield, needs a sense. Football for Eintracht Frankfurt. Third for second successive season, but really pushed Wolfsburg all the way to the end. This is Thompson. Didn't do too much on it to feed Vanilla harder. Perfect pass. Pressure. Stick up. And shoulder to shoulder. Thompson was thinking about it. There's a football in the NWSL at Utah Royals. Gotham FC, the NWSL contingent, also midway through their season. Just to get on the ball, and it is won by Germany. Clara ball, couldn't get a clean shot away. They have won a corner though. Great distribution. Clara ball just getting there. Door though very quickly closed. Thorgerson. Almost all important boot in the way. To go once again. Roaring at her teammates. She's spoken about that a lot in the media this week now. Doing so to get that adrenaline out of her system. Corner low in swinging, headed almost into danger. Just grazing a few heads on the way through. It was Jacok-Park who was there front and centre trying to get connection with it. Coming out there off a Danish head in the end. And another corner now on the opposing side. Just the right and then making a run forward. To see Catherine Berger so far out of her area and the opposition half so early on in the game. Dominating possession, Germany 61% going away with the 8-time winners. It's entangled. Teammate there, Catherine Berger. Don't see too often. Wolfsburg centre-back scored a brilliant goal against Barcelona in the quarter-finals of the Women's Champions League this season. It goes to Germany. So impressive at Manchester City. Becky Connect scoring 3 in the final 2 WSL appearances for the German international, who's rightly earned her place in this squad. Linda. Ball forward. Christian Brook said that his team will have to be patient, they have to take their time. Comfortable to be in these positions. Just coming out to the edge of his technical area. His team needs to take their time, wait for space to open up. So urge them to be more clinical in front of goal. Poland had some big chances in the first half of the opening game. They couldn't make the most of them, the debutants. And in the end, with 2 second half goals, it was Germany who prevailed. Confident second half showing. Showed huge signs of improvement after being thrashed 6-1 by Sweden in the Nations League, one of the final games before coming out to these 2025 Euros. Thought they had a break there. Foul on Jacok-Park and Karen Holmgaard. Spoke pre-match about just how excited she is to be here in the stadium. As Bjorn finds a way through. Is out, Holmgaard takes her time to figure out where she wants to go. Between by. And then Mahana pointing to her feet. Get the delivery she wanted there. Spent last season at Crystal Palace. After being at Everton with the Holmgaard twins. Madsen as well, who is on the bench today. Really played that physical role, in Lisa sense. 5 substitute appearances at the Olympic Games. Since then has taken up a more permanent role in the midfield. Afraid to use that physicality, that strength to disrupt play. Snow, player going into this game who's currently sat on a yellow card, so another for her would mean that she'd missed the final group stage game. Great from Clara Bull. Support ahead of her. She keeps going. Takes the shot on herself. They don't lose possession though, Germany. Dahlmann does so well to keep the ball at her feet. Vamsa looks up. Keeps going. Top goal in the first game. Oh, what a goal! Clara Bull with a powerful strike that bounces through and in. And Germany take the lead. Well, it was always going to be a matter of time. The pressure was immense on the Danish back line. And they gave Germany far too much time, allowed to pass the ball around until they found someone confident enough to take the strike. She never needs too much of an invitation, Clara Bull. Just look at how many options they had here, Germany. Nula Bland, who scored that brilliant goal in the first game, couldn't find a way through. Well, they are checking for an offside. Of course, VAR and semi-automated offside being used in this competition for the first time in a Women's Euros. Referee. VAR. Today is Ellen Bolasak. Katrina Campos of Portugal still. Taking your time, and you can hear that they want a decision, they want one quickly. So to both of the teams, as things stand, it's Germany who lead, but how long for? Ball, the strike is being checked. Crowd waiting. I imagine we'll have a decision shortly. They're making it way over to Nina Minga. Goal disallowed. The suspicions were there. Can Denmark do now? Thompson. Turn of pace. Back to 0-0, 21 minutes played. Jacok-Park encouraging her team on. With Vice-Captain Jelena Minga now taking the role of team captain for the tournament. Luskin bumped up to Vice-Captain. She was the player. The ball just took a touch off on the way through. So she tries to move her body out of the way. Garman chasing. Goes back to Salavonga. Grant. She'll be bitterly disappointed, Jacok-Park. Could have had the lead. Rifle strike from Clara Bull, raising the leg of Jacok-Park. On the ball again, turns. From behind, Honga. She's come up against plenty in the WSL since joining, but not so much in the last year, with Honga missing almost 10 months of playing time with a back injury that required surgery. Germany's last goal, incidentally, against Denmark was scored by Clara Bull. It's in the 93rd minute of a 3-0 victory in the Nations League back in December 2023. She thought that she'd opened her account against them once again. Not to be. So much attacking force going forward though, Germany. Taste of it, Denmark. What they can do. Just lifted away from Harder, but here she comes. She finds a way through. She'll be one-on-one with the keeper. A shot from behind. She stays on her feet. She knows that was a big chance. Well, the door just opened up. Germany, and the back line in particular, caught so close on this near side. She had space to run into, but Sarah Linda there with the right amount of pressure. Clever defending to try and drive her away from the goal without the contact, which could result in Denmark being given an opportunity from the spot. Once again, crowded round. And Katlenberger was able to leap the highest for Denmark's first corner. Germany and their fans desperately trying to put off the Danes. Harder will chase. Let's see. Losing captain. Try and break again. Recover. Scott strikes! And it's superb! Denmark's first goal of the tournament, and it's spectacular! Such clever play! Just moments after Germany were denied the opener, Denmark have it. Emily Vangsgaard doing exactly what she's included in this team for. The vision, the pace to turn, find space, and just watch this. Picks the pocket. Superb strike. So awake, so wise. And to sneak it in at the near post. Past Katlenberger. It's something that not many players, teams are able to do in the women's game. Across the board, Germany have stood so strong defensively. Unpicked by a moment of magic, and Denmark lead against the 8-time winners of this tournament. Harder. Taken down, but play continues. Germany need a big response now. Vangsgaard, the goal scorer, up against Rebecca Kanak. Threads it through the legs, that's lovely! And from a very similar angle, trying to find the second, Pernilla Harder, but this time, and Katlenberger's not beaten. Well, that confidence is growing and growing through the legs of the Manchester City player, and Pernilla Harder. One thumbs up, she's happy with that delivery. Denmark lead. Germany out in 2017, ending Germany's 22-year reign as champions. Game that was actually put back a day due to awful weather in Rotterdam at the time. And not making it all the way to the final. finishing as runners-up, going ahead in that game against the Netherlands. At the scoreline to 90 minutes, finishing 4-2 in favour of the Dutch team. And again, great turn of pace. Support arriving on either side. Thompson will go herself, just wide. She was excellent in qualifying 2 goals against Spain. Game that ended in defeat, 3-2. This game has burst into life. NWSL appearances this season. Thompson. Three attempts apiece. Denmark 2 on target. To those 3. Really interesting hearing the thoughts of Pernille Harder, who's just putting a little bit of pressure on Janina Menge. This week, to hit our top level and approach this as the most important game in our career. This is Jule Brand. Sends. Ball. Support arriving, white shirts in the area. 4. Waiting for the right opportunity. Sarah Linda. Closely watched. Going all the way over. Just watching it soar over her head. Oh, what a moment for the 28-year-old Gansgar. It's a goal that you can watch over and over. Superb. Not many beat Ann Katlenberger like that. Potentially a celebration she's picked up in Italy as a Juventus player. Previously at PSG as well, she played for some huge clubs. Named in 2023 the Danish Player of the Year. Who's dropped back. She's such a versatile player. We've seen that for Chelsea since she joined. Play in the back line, through the midfield, and deployed as a forward. She picks up the ball again, keeping the play. Darwin tapped it over the marker. Knack. Huge amount of success so far, trying to support Denmark on the wings. The ball will keep going here, surrounded, we'll get the cross away. So, Bayern Munich, one of 3 players, of course including Pernille Harder, who play their football in Germany. In this Denmark team. the Germany goal that was ruled offside. Hardly anything in it in terms of the positioning, but also the fact that she just got a touch to it. Frustration evident on Jacok-Park. Previously led Germany's under-17 men to a World Cup win. That was back in 2023. Promoted up through the ranks of the German FA. It has had an important impact on this team. It is Denmark, however, who lead through a fantastic goal for Vangsgaard. He's been involved in a few big moments in this game, taking it onto the face. The first big injury delay of this game. Scoring a goal to stand in this competition. This game even, it's the second time in this game that two teammates have found themselves causing a collision. Basel. Honda. It's not the minutes that she would have liked this season, but delighted to be back in the squad. Oh, well, Germany still can't find a way through. Such a compact team, Denmark, when they need to be. Honda. Fans in the crowd, 16,000 of them, and such an applause. Happy with their team's recovery. They do trail by a goal to nil. And this, if it stands, got a long way to go to really shake up the picture in terms of qualification. Sense. Good turn from Dahlmann. Local. Julia Brand. Vanse. Lara Bourne looks at good delivery. And the referee makes no hesitation pointing to the spot. A handball. And Germany have a chance to level from the spot. Let's take a look back. Horrible with the cross. Now the question now was Thorgerson in the area when the ball touched her hand. It is being checked the penalty. She was very, very close to the line. Once again, VAR called upon. A big talking point of this tournament. It's always great to see the parity between the men's and the women's game, as Pernille Harder, captain of Denmark, called over. Of course, now the captains, the only players who are allowed to speak to the referee during play. He wants to get things going, Jacok-Park. So do the German fans in the stands. We'll have a considerable amount of additional time added on at the end of this first half, you do feel. Thorgerson. A number of players in this Denmark squad who play their football in Italy. 40 appearances for Roma this season. The most, not just in the Denmark squad, but of all the players who were 25 UEFA Women's Euros, and it's a nervous wait, and it's a wait that still continues. How close was she to the line? It was so hard to tell from the angles that we've seen. Both the captains now being called over. No penalty. Just outside the area. Well, it was risky. And this isn't Denmark out of danger just yet.
There's a free kick.
Germany. Horrible.
Corner kick.
Powerful strike. Green light. Got back to her feet as ball will go again. This time from the corner. High delivery, headed up once again. Well watched on the way down. Sent back in, parried up by the keeper. And out for another corner. Well, she had to stay so awake there as Sarah Linde tried to loft the ball back in. Oh, Scars will be called into action once again here. It's a great save. Germany continue to push. Good delivery. Anyone there to meet it? It's headed away by a red shirt. Brought down by Ball, who'll strike again into the side netting. Well, a rousing couple of minutes for both sets of fans. Take a look back at this goalkeeping. By Østgaard. In the week that it's so important to celebrate these saves. She's off the line though, makes her way back. Dahlmann lifts it up and well over on Jacok-Park. Well, this has been a thriller of a game so far. And the last 10 minutes in particular have been box office. Look at that. Really confident goalkeeping. And her debut as well this tournament. It started the last game, but this is the first time that she's appeared in a major tournament for Denmark. Coming forward, we'll try and do again. And goal will just run out of space. Just inside 3 minutes of regulation time left to play. We will have a chunk of additional time. You do feel. Urged on Germany. They'll be desperate to level things out before the break. Sends. Ramsey takes her time. Support to arrive. It's chipped up nicely. Ball will go for goal. Superb block. Threat not over. Well, they've been resilient in defending Denmark. Sarah Linde almost falls all the way through. And there was a handball there. I think it was Jacok-Park again. She's found herself in some really good positions and admittedly some really awkward positions, Jacok-Park. 66% of the possession, Germany, but it's Denmark who lead by a goal to nil. They needed to be patient, Germany, that was the big thing stressed by Christian Buch. They're coming forward again, Denmark, great goalkeeping from Katrin Berger. Well, it's excellent from the goalkeeper. And Honga chipping it up. Well, it would have been a superb strike. Scored 5 goals over 3 years at Everton. He's now set for Real Madrid. It's the final minute of normal time. Once again, majority of the players swarming around Jacok-Park. Corner for Denmark. In swinging, nicely weighted. And quick, sharp reactions from Germany's number 1. Julia Brand. She has support. She's swarmed. More help arrives in the form of Clara Bull. Reluctant to concede another corner. Seven minutes of additional time added on at the end of this first half. Nuska. Over again. Back. Forced right back now. Denmark. Keep going. She's on the ball again. Great footwork. Sends it across nicely. Chipped up. Anyone there to meet it? Nushka watching it. For Germany. You can see why Real Madrid are interested. They have signed Sarah Honga. One into another. There's plenty of strengths on the pitch. Versatile player. German fans on their feet. Low pinging delivery, almost through. The keeper there, now back to her feet. She thought she'd done enough to smother it. Another chance to go from the corner. Hanging around the area. I think some played. They were trying to move the ball quickly. Referee just pulling things back. Take a brief look back. Foul there on. She's putting herself down on the ground to try and meet it. And one goal as the next corner comes in, headed away. Looked down by Linda Dahlman. So Linda who goes for goal. It's been a breathless end to this first half. By Uska. To help Denmark out to their own area. It's harder. It's threaded ball through. Ongar gets there. Thompson. More support arriving. Berger almost caught out. Chipped up, headed away. They'll continue to try and push Denmark. And now the flag does go up. Well, she's not happy, and Katrin Berger pointing at the assistant referee because she found herself in a slightly awkward position. She was just ahead, you can see that Holmgar. Sarah Holmgar. It. Linda. Very good distribution from Kanak to pick out Horrible, who's now on this near side. Set. Impressive performance from the 21-year-old. Good. Yeah. She's held there. Determined though. Danish papers this morning said that the women's national team face a reality check ahead and against the German favourites. It's been quite the flip of that in terms of the scoreline. Comfortable being uncomfortable. Denmark, Germany haven't been able to break them down. Good. Let's see. Jacok-Park keep that to this game. There's so much ground already. This is horrible. Deeper than we're used to seeing her. Sense that Brand, who's now inverted with horrible. Linda, nice delivery. She might answer. Minger. Time running out. Right into the final minute. Additional time. Linda. Brand. Says. Holding possession well, not getting much further forward. They're about to change. Harder. Doesn't really have much support alongside it. Turns back. Ponga. That's it. And there is the whistle. A thrilling first half. And one that Denmark lead by a goal to nil. Well, it's had everything. Goals ruled out. Penalties retracted. And a sublime goal from Amelie Vangsgaard that gives Denmark the lead as we go into the break. Sigh of relief for Frederica Thorgerson, who almost gave Germany the opportunity to level from the spot, but at half-time here it's Germany 0, Denmark 1.
Incredible. Denmark fire the bar. Enemies that matching up and easy match Germany bar. Denmark foot. When the game they push on. And that's some get to it. Yeah. So far, first half, Germany 0, Denmark 1. They're trying second half. Yes. idea about Germany. I will more pass. My idea about more Germany said go on outside. I must sign up penalty and also it is allowed penalty. My idea about I might try to maybe answer, but I'm a ball. The highlights next person. I'm a ball. How do you think the final score could be? Just let us know in the comment section. Final score of this one bearing Germany and as a Denmark. A year more comment section.
You talk about Thiago Silva. Daniel made mention of the fact that Chelsea for a man in the UEFA Champions League now. What should I check by joining so many top clubs now in Sankai? Now, I think about Kunisa or can send me before this game. Also, he will be emotional a bit. But at this point, they need to fight for themselves. So I say it will be special if we manage to eliminate Chelsea. Even with all the affection I have for them. But when we are facing each other, there's no much else to do. We have to fight for our team. After the Club World Cup, I will go back to supporting Chelsea and Paris Saint-Germain always. It will declare the love for the club already. And that is what is going to happen. He's going to make sure, so as the leader of the team, I will make sure that Fluminense will never qualify no more. That's what the team we are. It's not only about their quality. It's the hunger they show on the field of play. And again, the maturity and the leadership that they have in this team. Look, Thiago Silva, who be you? And I woke up and I signed on you. And even as of that, now I don't make a Chelsea. So, top defenders are the ball of all time. Now, why a certain number of the Thiago Silva team. Look, he's one of the best they came and see. The man who be a physical. He's back to Fluminense and he's making things happen. Now the contest here between these two guys. Look, Kopama is very silky. So, baby, I won't say space in that is where Kopama actually puts the ball. Now the ball not to one so a creative chance at the man strikers and then anymore. So if you are actually playing in front of Kopama, all you need to do is get yourself in a particular position. Don't worry about how the ball is going to come there. What do you appear to? Kopama is going to do that well for you. Now, so she am midfielder with him Sadia. At the about intimidating and working up interceptions and blocks. Now, listen, go ahead, Club World Cup with him say, defenders do not send I blocks and interceptions, Dichent Thiago Silva. And then he's going to monitor Kopama's runs, his passes, and everything that he's going to do on the field of play. Say, but a power of person on the board will say, I need to intercept or I need to block. So it's really going to be an interesting battle between two of these players. Now, so Fluminense team, I'm going to play with my friend Hercules and Alfie Martinelli. This tournament is all about these two guys. Since Omunyawa, they'll find a way to expand you, take you to the wide. Make sure they isolate your fullback 1v1. No, we are the side, we are dribbling the jamon. And when they are closer to the penalty area, shooting into the net, they do that so well. And the Chelsea fans should make sure that the zone 14 just in front of the penalty arc, they should protect them so well. Because Rob Sanchez not that point, the likes of Moises Caicedo, Muma Quite. After these two players dominating in front of Momo 18-yard box now, they will try to shoot from those angles to score. And then the game will say, you are going to attest to this fact. Making sure these guys don't enjoy themselves in the game. One factor, what Chelsea for Amo Martina win the game and anyway. Now talking about Thiago Silva and the leadership. Since before he left, and Thiago Silva bought players in the dressing room. And I'll catch it on myself. 2014, World Cup. When a stepfather, Nima Mikuna, or not what the money will do this level, not Papa, and they're in the hospital. Now, walk up in the banner, then goes or question. I know, yes, I said that PSG force over started preseason, Timami Sanko. Now, I really serious beyond Hoberton. Also, Paris, a friend, is a Papa free. And that is one of his biggest ever regrets all of his lifetime. So, one for the new Papa.
Denmark even as Kanak taps it back to her goalkeeper. First major tournament for Rebecca Kanak. Germany shirt at senior level.
Welcome back.
Cool. Goal. No doubt. First time this is done then. Let's close the door on the ground. Confidently cleared away. They will tap it on its way. It continues. Lara Ball. Now it's halted with Hansgard back to her feet and well, she's holding her shoulder. Staying there, planting her shoulder into the ground. Seems like she'll be able to continue play. The referee and goes back to their feet. Spiked, just stretching that shoulder out gingerly as she runs off. Bouncer. Stepping up into the captaincy in the absence of Julia Vin. Looking frustrated at times. Germany by Denmark. Coming forward again and tripped and, well, what's the decision of the referee going to be here? Yellow card for Rebecca Kanak. Incredibly promising run from Yanni Thompson. Superb in qualifying, and that's not just the first yellow card for Rebecca Kanak at this tournament, the first yellow card for Germany. Went through the first game against Poland without any yellow cards being registered. Fiorentina. So West Ham has stood over this ball. So has to be careful. The yellow card from Denmark's first game against Sweden. Right. Snow with one arm raised. Checked up nicely. Just riding out of the path of Camilla Harder. Next all-time leading goal scorer. 4 in this Danish squad have over 100 caps. 6 included in the squad in 2017 when they went all the way to the final before being beaten in a thrilling clash with the Netherlands. 4-2. Netherlands victory. consistent. Last year, Denmark. An impressive qualifying campaign, only losing twice in both those games, one against Spain. So champions. 4 wins, confident wins as well. By at least 2 goals. Places separate these two in the FIFA rankings. And a yellow card, another one, quick succession. And that's the very experienced Lindvai. Who knows? Down. Well to keep hold of possession though, Germany, something that they were very good at in the first half. Sent it nicely, punched away well. All back in, confidently collected. Basel with her eyes on goal. A good go first. Fans on their feet, and Twinberger's goal. Musket. Linda. Horrible. It's hard to keep the ball at play, but no one knows to receive it. It's from Germany. Who was so heavily involved in the first 25 minutes, half an hour. Physical presence. Great footwork. And ball. Sends. One set. One down and plenty of cheering from the crowd, and feels on both sides as well, I think, of the argument there. Lindvai feels like she's been caught. Germany, they wanted more from that, but referee. Oh no. It's being checked. It took its time. I don't wonder if it would come, but can confirm that another potential penalty check. Everything does get looked at by the VAR. Sometimes though you wonder if it's just been waved away without just getting a look at it. So no, has been escalated. The referee, Portuguese referee. Some excellent scenes last night as Portugal secured a 1-1 draw. There we go. The referee is called over to take a look. You can see the frustration on the face of Andrei Jacok-Park. His team have worked so hard to be in the position they're in, and resolute display of defending, but they have taken risks, you have to say that. Thorgerson almost giving away a penalty in the first half. Now we can see what the referee will see, so we'll watch it along with her in real time. So often we see referees change their on-field decision based looking at this footage. At the time, I thought that she was caught. See the reactions of the German fans. Had a good view. See what the referee's decision will be here. Penalty given. Well, a huge turning point in this game. A shake of the head from the very experienced Katerinburg. Andrei Jeglerts is making his thoughts known to the fourth official. And this time round, it won't be taken away from Germany. Jacok-Park carefully places the ball on the spot. An opportunity to level from the penalty spot. Jacok-Park, deep breath. Osgard has been good today. She'll need to be excellent to stop that. And Germany are level. A powerful strike from the spot. Well, it was her touch that saw what Germany thought was the opening goal taken away from them. And it's her penalty, Jacok-Park, that draws them back level. Redemption in this game. And you can see in the celebrations just how much that meant to the Chelsea player. And also, the replays, it just gets better and better as a strike, doesn't it? Whipping into the bottom corner, so much power on it. Well, she's a player who we so regularly see perform to the highest standards for both Chelsea and Germany. She would have been so disappointed that it was her touch that saw Germany thought was the first goal of the game taken away from them. Men's well and truly made. How do Denmark respond? Is not happy. She's in a corner. Kilometres per hour. Wasn't struck on the spot. They need to keep their heads here, Denmark. They need to take something from this game. I really feel. Ball deflection. Changes for Denmark. Players always preparing to come on. Confident, cool as you like from Katerinburg. She keeps going, Clara Ball. Just about loses out in the end. Such a strong force going forward. Those marauding runs, they're so hard to stop. A brave player. That's it. Houston's penalty that scored Germany's last goal against Denmark in the Nations League. 2023. Carry that yellow card through to the end of the quarter-final stage. Germany down to the group. Some of the players here to Bill is success in. moments and some brilliant spells. Although look, at times it's the shadow of the team that they were. It's building tonight. So triple change for Denmark. Rune coming on for Thompson to really make the mark that we expect of her in this competition after such an incredible qualifying phase. The score at Lansgar is also replaced. Ghana player coming in. Football, number 3, plays in Germany. Listen forward. Scott. So making her way onto the pitch. Gave away the penalty. Knack. It's back to the keeper. Play. Ball's gone. It's momentum. Loses momentum. Going down and it's going to handshake. Evans, I believe it was the player who swooped in. I'm very quick to apologise. Every time she's taken a player down. Nicely in response to much, but where she wants it to go. Germany confidence game with the majority of possession since the get-go. 68% even. Denmark comfortable, just sitting back. Just keep that up. Opportunities to break. Start. It's the time that we will play it. captain again. Really strong possession game, Germany. Been able to reap the rewards of it just yet. Huge opportunity, taken so well. The 2 goal scorers from the opening game for Germany combining. Leo Schuler makes it 2-1 for Germany. A lapse of judgment and concentration from Denmark. And Leo Schuler, who's been kept fairly quiet through these first 60 or so minutes, pouncing. Great vision from Bland. It will be onside, there's no doubt about that. And Leo Schuler. She started in that final defeat to England in 2022. Such a big performer for Germany. And a big goal. In pole position now for making the quarter-finals. Two goals in 2 games. Powerful strike. 91.1 kilometers per hour. Almost 12 meters out. And that's the incident that has led to Snell going down and being helped back to her feet, ball to her face. It's what to see. Yeah, not much distress. Change will be made because of it. Sport. An FC teammate of Catherine Berger will come on to replace the injured Snell. Always horrible to see a player in that much distress. Just over 20 minutes left to play. Germany lead by 2 goals to 1. Kept up nicely. Leo Schuler! Almost a third for Germany. Just moments after she scored her second of the tournament. Put on a plate. Lovely delivery from Vansen. Well, she knows she should have at least hit the target with that. Here come the changes now for Germany. And the Darman replaced. I'll try again. And that will be the end of the game. Last opportunity for Schuler. She is replaced. Hoffmann, RB Leipzig. Didn't feature in qualifying. It's the first major tournament for Germany. Jacok-Park Hoffmann made her senior debut in the same game where Klistrom booked charge for the very first time in that thrilling 4-3 friendly win over England in October. It's not just the players who are receiving and requiring treatment. The referee, Campos of Portugal, just being attended to by the physios and always great to hear such loud support. And the drummer for the German fans is the big fan of Jacok-Park Hoffmann, who's just made her way onto the pitch. So strapping to go onto the back of the calf of the referee. We'll have a lengthy delay in play. Of course, this will all be added on at the end of the second half. We have 7 minutes added on at the end of the first. What a way to really spark this game into life. This was the penalty incident. Jurgen levelling from the spot. Ball who was made just all too easy for Germany and Lea Schuler. Some inspiring words now. Denmark started so well. They won't turn things around. This could be the end of the road. It will all depend on results later on this evening, of course. Germany will have one on the game between Sweden and Poland as well. Here's the goal in the first half. It was ruled out for offside. Here's it in slow motion. Almost cricket-esque, the way that we've just seen the touch there, and ball that was initially looked at for a penalty. Well, a new record, 34,165. New record for the biggest attendance in a group stage game not involving the hosts. And both sets of fans and those who come out in support of this game really should be proud of themselves. 16,000 Germany supporters in the stands today. Denmark have travelled in their number as well. And of course, any game involving all-time winners is going to spark the interest of those living locally in Switzerland's third biggest city. Watching on. This is the first game in a very long while in a major tournament where she hasn't been involved in the squad. Announcing her international retirement last year. Hoffmann. Balls. Clara Buhr. Well, lovely delivery, but not guided in. So close. Giovanna Hoffmann in a really good position there, but just look at this for a delivery. Curling so beautifully. Out to the head of Hoffmann, he just couldn't guide it home. Big mistake from the Danish goalkeeper. Well, he did wonder just how Germany would fare. We of course saw Jacok-Park in the stands there so long. The talismanic figure of Germany, able to start the final defeat in 2022, and he speaks to the England fans in the stadium who heard when that was announced, or those watching at home, they knew just how important that would be. It makes such a difference, and now without their new captain, Germany resilient. They needed patience, they've shown that. 13 minutes left to play. We will have fair chunk of additional time at the end of this, there's no doubt about that. Goals, VAR checks, injury to the referee. Huge chance, and just smothered by Ann-Katrin Berger, who holds her chest. She put her body on the line there. Denmark so close to a second goal and an equaliser. Blum leaping. Sandwich between Sarah Linde and Ann-Katrin Berger. Blum now making a case to the referee. Well, Berger receives treatment down on the ground. Huge chance for Denmark. They haven't had many of those in the second half. Yet to see the best of the substitutes as well. Hendrich. The NWSL contingent just taking on some fluid at the sidelines. You do feel like she'll be the next change. I hope that this isn't the end of the road for Ann-Katrin Berger. She's made of tough stuff. Taking options though, coming up. She'll be desperate to continue. They'll move into the NWSL, playing a trade now at Gotham FC, and some excellent performances at the Olympic Games, where it's so key for her coming back into a real good vein of confidence. And Ann-Katrin Berger, that's robbed so well by Hoffmann. Past goalkeeper for so long. Always held that top spot for Germany at international level. Just a little more scattered now, Germany. That's how Ricardo chests the ball down. Battles it. Give himself the best chance. Given by the referee. That will be though, no doubt about that. Another change will happen with Rebecca Knack. Now just has to be careful going forward. The centre back and a yellow card. Going on in her place. Belgium. Early on to play for the German national team. Played every minute of every game in qualifying. So one of the players who started that final defeat against England in 2022. And one of a number of players who have Wolfsburg this season. Giants of Germany, you have to say that is very much Bayern Munich's title now. Chicago. Patience was key in the first half for Germany. Now it will be resilience, and once again, Lord and Katlenberger, so cool under pressure, nothing phases her, even with significant pain in her ribs. Special moments happen as well before the end of this game as Nadia Nadim, 37-year-old, waiting to come onto the pitch, had a deep conversation with Andre Liblert. Internationally at the end of this tournament, Michigan, turn backwards, insert, Librand. Has space to drive into. Numbers ahead of her. Keeps possession. Most convincing back heel from Hoffman. This has been a thriller. Nine places separating these two sides in the FIFA rankings. You really wouldn't be able to tell. Well fought, great defensive performance from Denmark. Just let things open up a little bit too much in the closing stages of this game. Once again, it's Germany who those two second half goals as they did in the first game. It's giving us a breathing room at the moment. Away by Muskin, he's on the ball again. He's now set for a ball, free to run. So now the change will be made. And an important moment for Nadia Nadim as she becomes a player to make the most appearances at European competitions now. This her 5th Euros. That's her place in the top of the history books for Denmark. Change in formation. Actually as well, interesting to see how they set up. on the clock for Denmark, but there will be a considerable amount of additional time at the end of this game. Well, chasing still. Wolfsburg this summer. Stops all 6 games at the Olympics. Passes completed. Well, just look at that. Such testament to Germany's dominance on the ball in this game. 400 completed passes. 472 attempted. It's an excellent statistic. Hit the 150 mark, but passes completed yet. 68% possession has remained pretty much throughout this game. Was the marker for Germany. Really developed their style of play in the last year, particularly under Christian Look. Some most out of players who previously went to their best school. London has to work to keep it in. Good penalty. Ball. First goal of the tournament is a little harder. Through touch. Ball dropped essentially. Distribution on it to find Hoffman. So she's had a very good game. Looked at advance it. There's a team back on the rise in Germany, proud Bundesliga, and you look down the distribution of German players and where they play their domestic football, you can really tell how important that battle was, with particularly Wolfsburg at the end of the season, or Frankfurt. Third for a second successive season in a row. Nothing phases her. And Katrin-Berger. Crowd will gasp. She just blocks it all out. Pressure there from Dean. No skin. Just fly again. Goal involvement in the last 7 caps before the tournament. Try again. Top scorer for the season. His final ball goes for goal. Sends it into the German end behind the Danish goal. Well, she's desperate, isn't she? We saw it throughout the first half. Desperate to find that first goal in this competition. Came so close to it. Taken away after the deflection off Jacok-Park. She was judged to be offside. And again, the captain going back down, Katrin-Berger. 9 minutes of additional time added on. Sloppy pass from Honda. Try again, goes for goal!
Going good time, 9 minutes.
Well, they need to stay switched on. Denmark, because it could get a lot worse. Berger is down. Great. Just what time on this corner as Physio's come on to treat the German goalkeeper. Support for both teams has been excellent. New record set for attendance in a group game, not featuring the hosts. Again, just on the outer marker, just in swinging corner, punched away. Harder. Stay on your feet. Dealing the free kick, Denmark. Headed on into the path of Nadim. Berger's there. Kick of the finger. Great distribution. Such an important player for Denmark over the years. Sad to see her hang up her boots after a glittering international career to this tournament. Gang. Good move from Nadim as Harder brings it forward. Too much in support. She plays in a different role, doesn't she, for Denmark, Vanilla Harder, in comparison to Bayern Munich. Lloyd is a false 9, 10. She's playing at club level. Sees herself as 10 who plays, of course, just a little bit further out on the left in this role. What was really striking in that first game against Sweden, just how much work she had to do to bring the ball forward by herself. Particularly late on in the game, didn't have the support required after some of the substitutions. Players with attacking prowess is a department in which Denmark are not slightly better. Adding more depth there. Sense. Whistled off the ball. Germany went back in a similar matter. Shirts flooding back in support. Away from the back post and then out for a corner. 5 minutes just overplayed of the 9. Palmer over out. Expecting rain. Had that in the later stages of this evening. Temperature has increased throughout the day. Driving forward, Germany. Low strike. Still, the goal doesn't come for Chloroball. Oh, goes direct, headed away. Team head down. Gang fired up. Had excellent control of this game, Germany, particularly in the second half. They knew the job they needed to do. Come out and done it. So as things stand, Germany will be through to the quarterfinals if Poland fail to beat Sweden tonight. As it stands, if Sweden avoid defeat by Poland, that will be the end of the road for Denmark. So long. Horrible. She find that goal. Sees the space. Just over the bar. It just will not come. But Chloroball. I'm sure after this game we'll get an individual breakdown of the shots and when they were taken and who from. And so many of them from that woman. Brand. Placed by Zichek. Freiburg's top scorer in the Bundesliga this season. She'll be on her way to Wolfsburg to sign a 3-year contract. Moscow. Substitute loses out. Well over the 9 minutes now. Time added on, but Fernanda Harder controls the ball well with her head, steaming forward. This is one last chance for Denmark, you feel. And it's a chance that's wasted. Kramer. Easy collection. And then Katlenberger does what she feels necessary, dropping down. 40 seconds over the additional 9. Klistenbuk watching on and waiting. Heartbreak for Denmark. Germany now with one last chance of their own. Chloroball up to the byline, chipped up nicely. Freigang turns. 10 minutes now played over the 90. Chloroball. Can they squeeze another goal to turn? And that is that. Germany on the cusp of the quarterfinals. They will wait on to see if their place is confirmed in tonight's later game. But they've done their side of the deal. Redemption for Jacok-Park. Scoring from the spot. Schüller made it 2-1 with the goal on everyone's lips. In terms of the best of the game has to go to Vansgaard, opening the scoring for Denmark, and for so long they clung on. They will be devastated. They'll be unable to reach the quarterfinals if Sweden avoid defeat to Poland. It's finished here, Germany 2, Denmark 1.
Yes, guys. Thanks so much for watching. So when I'm subscribing, we are not subscribing. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks. We'll be back later. Thanks for watching.